Welcome to a new episode of the cut content of Counter-Strike. Today we'll be talking about close combat weapons. The knife, which is more often used as a method of faster travel than as an actual weapon, is Counter-Strike's only melee weapon. In recent years, knives became somewhat of a status symbol in CSGO, and although these many fancy new designs all look very different, flashy and extravagant, in the end of the day they all do the same. They do the same damage, all have the same movement speed, and so on. Essentially, they share the same profile. Now, going back a few years, again to that strange Counter-Strike we never got, Gearbox's version of Counter-Strike, it seems that they had planned to add at least one new close combat weapon. A concept that later Nexon would pick up on and add a huge variety of nice and rather absurd choices. But back to normal CS. Gearbox Software apparently considered adding a machete to the game. Of course, Nexon CS Online has this weapon. So in this early screenshot of Counter-Strike Condition Zero, we can see the machete that was originally meant to appear in Gearbox's build of Counter-Strike and Counter-Strike Condition Zero. It was to be exclusive to the terrorists and could have served some use in jungle levels, as it is suggested in an article from Mega Games. This perhaps hints towards a cut possible use in Ritual Entertainment's build of the game, as the knife in the mission Downed Pilot was used to cut through vines and roots. When looking into the game files of Condition Zero deleted scenes, we noticed the presence of a cut view model and a cut world model. This suggests that the player was originally supposed to acquire the machete, possibly from a dead enemy. In the final version of the game, the machete is only used by NPCs and cannot be picked up from them. An old article from Mega Games mentions the machete. Machete, terrorists only. More deadly than the regular knife, this larger bladed weapon will prove extremely useful in the jungle missions. Its price will represent its status in the weapon world. Even though that is a little inconclusive, we now know that it was to be in fact deadlier than the normal knife. Maybe it was even to be a 1 or 2 hit weapon depending on where you hit the opponent. When we look at the animations of the cut machete from Ritual Entertainment's version of Counter-Strike Condition Zero, we can observe slash and stab animations. And when considering that NPCs armed with the machete can bypass the tactical shield, it is possible that this stabbing attack was to be fatal and could even harm players protected by the ballistic shield. And since this new melee weapon was to be added alongside the tactical shield for the first time, it appears to be the terrorists' close combat solution for CTs with shields. If released, the machete would have been the first purchasable melee weapon in the series, a status that has yet to be claimed, with of course the spin-off games adding an exception to the rule. So what do you think of the idea of the machete? Or the idea of having different types of knives in the game that not only look different, but also have different stats? So, tell us your opinion in the comment section down below. Also, in the upper right corner of the video you will find the polling tool, where you can cast a simple vote if you approve of the concept of the cut machete or not. By the way, the original machete screenshot was taken on the map CS Damage, the map that I recently remade, and an updated version can be found in the video description down below. So see you guys next time. Till then, have a nice day, and as always, goodbye and guten Tag.